I give the floor to Shaykh Bin Bayyah, President of the Forum for Promoting Peace in the Muslim Societies. The Shaykh has the floor.
الحمد لله رب العالمين، الصلاة والسلام على محمد الخاتم وعلى إخوانه من النبيين. سيادة نائب الرئيس الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية، أيها السادة والسيدات، إننا نشكر.
We thank President Obama for calling for this summit, which is based on the performance of goodness for the sake of all. We have to cooperate because the ship is sinking and the house is burning. Today we are trying to save the world ship. As it was mentioned in the hadith, we are trying to put off the fire that has burnt in the house of earth. We are rescuers. We have to work together, and our roles have to be complementary in accordance to our levels and duties. The duty of the religious people is to fight and put off the fire in the hearts of people. In order to do that, we have to teach people not how, but why. We have announced that we will do that because the problem of the why in the Middle East region is a long-running problem, and this means that the problem of peace has priority over rights. And from here, I disagree with Kant, who says he believes that justice comes first. I support Thomas Hobbes, who put peace first. This is not to diminish the importance of justice, but to recognize that peace provides opportunities and openings for restoring rights in right ways that war can never provide. I also would agree here with Friedrich Nietzsche, who believed that when civilizations fall ill, the philosophers are its physicians. Our civilization is currently suffering from sickness, and we are prescribing a treatment. We are trying to treat this civilization. The job of Islamic scholars is to protect the holiness of the holy text and to make sure that they're interpreted right and translated into correct actions. And also to make sure that it's protected against the tyranny and extremism. Never today we are talking about this problem. And in spite of that, the scholars have always been trying to perform this duty in spite of all the difficulties and changing environments. And we are talking here about scholars who have been assassinated by the terrorists in Iraq and Algeria and Nigeria. And only 2 months ago, one of these scholars lost his soul in Mali. The job of
نحاول في منتدى تعزيز السلم المجتمعات المسلمة في أبو ظبي أن نقوم بها بتغيير العقليات وتصحيح المفاهيم. أذكر على سبيل المثال أمثلة بسيطة وقليلة مما قمنا به.
What we have done in 2010 in terms of correcting the fatwa of Marta, when the Islamic text was used to assassinate the president of Egypt, we corrected a 100-year mistake when the extremists used the only script that it was stored in the library of Damascus, and we used it to support our claim. We are also trying to correct concepts such as the concept of jihad and loyalty, and these are the same concepts that the extremists rely on. so that they would be used for peace rather than war. Thus, we have been trying to correct the Islamic memory and the historic memory by establishing the correct path of the Prophet, who actually put an end to the first civil war in Islam. We have bestowed awards to religious scholars. Our work, ladies and gentlemen, is complementary with the political and economic measures that are being taken in order to create an environment of peace. From here, we are calling on all governments, and especially the superpowers that have special duties, to correct and address historical injustices so that peace and security would prevail. We will continue to do our work, whether in relation to correcting minds, and we will be also participating in a conference on the rights of minorities in the Islamic world, and this will be held in Morocco. And also with the Ministry of Islamic Affairs and Endowments. We launched this initiative in 2012 with a symposium in Nouakchott in Mauritania. And then we held another symposium in Tunisia. And this will culminate in the declaration of the rights and responsibilities of citizens and minorities, based on the declaration that is derived from the Constitution of the State of Medina concerning Muslim, Jews, and others. We will make clear that Islam is does not call for the extermination of all minorities. We will also continue to work with Islamic scholars, and we have already held a meeting in Abu Dhabi with the participation of 20 scholars from Nigeria. And also we have had the participation of Saadu Abu Bakr, His Eminence, and also will be holding another gathering in the United Arab Emirates. And also with the blessings of the UAE also, this will take place. Also soon we will be holding, in collaboration with the King Abdallah Bin Abdulaziz Center for Interreligious and Intercultural Dialogue, another conference. God willing, we shall continue along this path, and we extend our hand to anyone with good intentions who seeks peace, whether in the abode of Islam or without it. We invite all to join hands in order to address the perils of war and violence and the madness in this moment. And as the Iraqi poet a century ago seemed to identify when he wrote, surely we are living in a time of such extremes, one not driven mad by it cannot be deemed sane. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to exert your energies in the pursuit of peace through peaceful means and the adoption of religious and rational programs in order to foster peace. We also call on you to allocate some of the war budgets for the fostering of peace. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, religion is like nuclear power. It can promote prosperity and success, but it could also wreak destruction when enlisted for militant ends. Religion in its own origin is a power for peace, love, and harmony. And yet it can be misused by those who do not grasp its purpose. We ask the Almighty to send down tranquility and peace upon the peoples of this earth and peace. And finally, I call upon you not to despair and to remember the counsel of Jacob to his own sons when he said, "My sons, go and seek out Joseph and his brother, and do not despair, for none despairs of God's grace save a believing folk." Thank you very much.